Alright, Sachi. I got the perfect idea for a date. Sex. What do you think? That's literally what I was thinking. Like, just something stupid that could sillily happening. On a summer morning, already hot enough to inspire full-throated chirping from the cicadas, Sachi silently devotes herself to her self-imposed duties, dressed as always in her long-sleeved maid uniform, which is probably not suitable. What? Why are you being stupid? And I, watching her over her from afar, busy myself braiding the hair of a deranged cave gremlin. Object all you want, but I've been hearing some distinctly goblin-esque grunting from your direction for a while now, that so much so that Goblin Slayer would have come running. Alright, there's the fake soon. So you're emitting bizarre noises at random intervals without conscious intent. Ever been tested for Tourette syndrome? Motherfucker. Yup, no problem here. Well, if you say so. I'm taking requests. It's not my fault, it's your guys' fault. No worries on that front. We got a date scheduled after this. Someone's jealous. Michiru fans herself vigorously with one hand, her face contorted into an expression I have not seen since the time she mistook lukewarm leftover soup for barley tea and guzzled it all down. Oh, she's so stupid. Sachi and I arranged the date in question yesterday, shortly after my little pep talk with Amine. Returning to the athletic grounds, I found Sachi still maintaining a quite respectable standby pose, nibbling from a box of soy milk donuts from Makina at her side. I apologize for my lack of consideration, fully expecting Sachi's standard, "I don't mind in the least," in reply. But in a somewhat unusual turn of events, she instead asked, "In that case, what shall we do for the rest of the date?" And so, after a brief discussion, we decided to wipe the slate clean of our half-ass first date and give it a fresh start the next day. Alright, well, boy, we're done. I gave Michiru a light thump on the shoulder to signal the completion of her twin-tail tying request. Even though you really could have done this yourself, like, you do it all day, every day, like, you don't need me. Standing from the bench she'd been lounging on, Michiru reaches up and examines my work with her own hands. Well, I'm Yuji, occupation fucking everything at this point. Well, I have seen her do this once or twice, so I had an example to work off of. Yes. And I'll tell you all about that story in the next game. What do you think? And as we're chatting, I notice Sachi's actually singing a relatively normal song as she works. Something of a first, yeah, because it's not a Makina song. That's because she's ready for the date. Really? Well then, that's a good sign. That a fact. They might be relatively loose orders, but Makina did ask Sachi to warble her ludicrous tunes. In other words, Sachi must be attracted to this song to the point where it can occasionally override her standard system of prioritization. Does she have some special affection for that song or something?
さあ、そこまでは知らないけど、気になるなら直接本人に聞いてみたらいいんじゃない？
Okay. Can't honestly say I'm not curious, but I suppose the important thing is knowing what it means about her mood. Prying into the exact details could be counterproductive.
それと、私が頼みたかった用事はもうなくなったから、あとはサチとイチャイチャしてくれていいわよ。
Excellent, excellent. Just what I was gonna do. Appreciate it. To demonstrate my gratitude, I'll let you watch. Which she totally is gonna watch. Hey Sachi, you have a second?
お呼びでしょうか、ご主人様。
Oh my god. Sachi trots right over when I call out her name, offering a greeting that inspires a truly spectacular grimace from Michiru. You're just looking a little pale in the face there, Michiru, my friend. Just now realized that you forgot to eat breakfast,
朝ごはんならちゃんと食べたわよ。サチが作ってくれたハニートーストです。っていうかあんた、サチにご主人様とか呼ばせてるわけ？
I'm just as surprised as you are. Honey toast sounds good. Is that like... That's probably like a weird... That's like a variant of cinnamon toast, I would assume. Just instead of cinnamon, it's honey. No, I don't recall forcing her to ever do that. Or giving her any indication that I wanted her to do so.
となると。
Mm-hmm.
はい、私なりに気を使ってみました。
Thoughtful? What?
そっか。なんていうか、ユージも大変よね。
Yeah, you act like it's everyone else's problem. You act like I don't have to deal with anything. It's always me. I'll be fine. You hang in there yourself, right? It's always darkest before the dawn. Ugh.
ありがとう。慰めたつもりが慰められてる。
God damn it. Oh. As Michiru writhes in frustrated confusion, Sachi smiles brightly and conspicuously leans her head in my direction. The gesture is a pretty blatant request for another one of them head-patting sessions, but unfortunately, while your intentions were good, that doesn't mean quite worthy of a pat on the head. Damn!
そうですか。
Wow, Yuji. In typical fashion, Sachi offers no complaint or objection despite this obviously disappointing result. But judging from the way she proactively presented herself for attention, Michiru's assessment of her mood seems to be relatively accurate. So, how far have you gotten with the courtyard?
今日の範囲が終わったので、明日の分に突入しようとしていたところです。
Nah, fuck that. Let's go date now. In that case, I'd like to get this going before this heat gets any worse. But before I can finish the thought, oh god, there's a distinctive sound of a certain engine drawing near. A sound that only means one thing.
あれ、この音って。
Here it comes. Guess she's here.
みたいですね。
Oh boy. Yep.
ユージ、久しぶり。
For the love of fucking god. After saying goodbye to Michiru, who apparently finds encountering genuine blonde somewhat depressing. Poor Michiru. Sachi and I make our way to the front gate. JB's leaning against her flashy sports car, waving in our direction. Look, didn't I tell you to give me advance warning before you visit?
今日はたまたま仕事の用事で近くを通ったから、ちょっと顔を見ていこうと思っただけよ。
You still could have called and been like, I'm literally here right now. Looks like you're done. Bye.
相変わらずレディーに対して冷たいわね。サチは大丈夫？ユージに冷たくされたりしてない？
I don't even know how I'm cheating Sachi anymore.
はい、昨日もユウくんと二人でたくさん汗を流しました。
Oh, why did you say that?
ユージから付き合うことになったって報告を受けてから、 まだ1週間も経っていないけど、もう
Oh,
そんなことになっているの？
everything everyone's saying could be a misunderstanding. Okay, just to make things perfectly clear, Sachi's referring to training, physical exercise, that sort of hot and sweaty.
そうよね。お姉さんちょっとびっくりしちゃった。
That's my girlfriend for you, full of surprises.
なるほどね。
You see that? You see him be like, that's my girl. But anyway, since when were you two this friendly?
そうそう。ここまで来るのも結構大変だったのよ。初めてサチに会った時なんか、ほうきを竹槍のように構えられて、せやーつって威嚇されたんだから。
Also, why is my thing open? I hope you all looked. I hope you all looked. Who uses Facebook anymore, honestly?
あの時はハルデラさんが不審者に見えてしまったもので、本当にすみませんでした。
I slightly remember that. It was a long time ago. A very long time ago.
もう謝らなくてもいいのよ。今はユージがお世話になってるんだし。
It's more like I'm looking after her, but whatever, it's cool. The smile on JB's face bears a striking resemblance to Hamane's up to no good expression. When women smirk like this, my experience suggests that events are about to take a markedly irritating turn.
それでどう？学生の恋愛ってくらいには青春してるの？
Are you seriously asking me that? What are you, some gossipy old lady from across the street?
あら、私はユージの保護者なんだから、そっちの状況も把握しておくのは当然じゃない。
Space Marines, help me. I already gave you what you absolutely needed to know. Didn't I? I see no reason to volunteer anymore.
じゃあいいわ。代わりにサチに聞いちゃうから。
Ah, fuck. It's over. With a great show of pouty sulkiness, JB pulls Sachi away from my side and wraps her arm around her shoulders.
ねえサチ、お姉さんにこっそり教えてほしいんだけど、もうユージとはキスしたの？
Look, you. Damn, you know Sachi can't deny a request or getting asked things or anything.
幼い頃に頬へのチューはしたことがあるのですが、付き合い始めてからはまだになります。
We gotta take this all nice and slow like.
じゃあもしかしてまだ手もつないでいなかったり？はい、他にもハグや甘噛みといった恋人らしい行為には及んでいません。
Play biting. That's one of the things. Whatever.
甘噛みが恋人らしいかどうかは検討の余地があるとして、まだ手もつないでないってことは相当大事にされてるわね、サチは。
She is. She's pure. Like Casanova, wants her to be.
そうなのでしょうか。そうよ。ユージなんて隙を見せたらすぐにガオーって襲ってくるんだから。
Hold on. I'm being slandered here.
もしそうだとしたら少し意外です。
Slander, lies and slander. Stop feeding her lies, woman.
ほら、嘘じゃないでしょ。
Hey, what you implying, huh? Something that maybe was spoiled for me at the very start of the game? Huh? Fucking... It's not really even... It's just hinted at all the time that, like, JB, you know, him have done it. It's just, I may have known that sooner because... Then later, because people were like, spoilers. Don't worry, I got people to snuff that shit out now. Get wrecked, you losers.
そうなんですか、ゆうくん。
As she speaks, Sachi stares up at me with eyes clear and bright as glass beads. All I'm going to say is this. When JB starts talking like a transvestite magician, you really shouldn't take anything she says too seriously. A transvestite magician?
はい、わかりました。
Oh, it's programmed. Programmed.
サチの返事はこう聞いてる方が心配になってくるくらい素直な返事ね。
Well, you could say that's one of her good points.
そうだったわね。でもサチのおかげであなたたちが清い交際をしていることは分かったわ。
Yes, completely wholesome. We have not done anything at all, like we discussed. So you're satisfied now? Better get back before the brass starts squawking.
隙があればすぐに追い返したがるんだから。
Nope, now shoo. Actually, get out of here. Get him out of here. When you have an actual reason to visit, I don't think I treat you unkindly.
それならあさってあたりに仕事が入りそうだから予定は空けておくようにね。
Are you kidding me? Well, I'm reserve. Fuck, I might as well just not be reserve because I'm asked to do shit all the fucking time and I can't just enjoy my life. If that was the point of this visit, she sure took her goddamn time getting around to mentioning it. Alright, send me the details when you can.
え、もちろん。
I'm a dog because I just do what I'm told.
じゃ、あんまり二人の仲を邪魔しても悪いし、私はそろそろ職場に戻るわね。
he's just like, oh, thank God. With an exaggerated wink, JB slips into the driver's seat of her prancing horse.
ああ、それからサチ
No, Sachi, don't listen to her.
なんでしょう。ユージは寝相が悪いから、一緒のベッドで寝るときは気をつけた方がいいわよ。
Ton of a bitch. God damn it.
はい、わかりました。
Alright, Sachi.
それじゃあ二人とも、またねー。
Can't wait till we fix Sachi's problem and she, reverts a little bit back to her original state. Well, maybe. I don't know. Well, we'll see. I'm only assuming that's gonna happen. That way she, has more of an opinion on anything. Instead of just going, yes, certainly, or it'll be done, all that. After teasing us one final time, JB rolls up the window and speeds off in a shrill burst of sound pollution. Okay, just to be clear, I do not toss and turn in my sleep.
確かに、ユウくんは立ったまま寝ていそうなイメージでした。
That's a bit over the top, but accurate. Anyway, do you finally understand not to take that woman to her word?
でも、ユウくんのことを心配して顔を出してくれたんですから、誠実な人なのではないでしょうか。
Yuji's just being a big old soon. Don't worry about it. Maybe, if she could resist the impulse to screw around like that.
なるほどです。
More importantly, about the date.
今日はユウくんがデートのプランを考えてくれるんですよね。
God, I hope it's fucking dumb. Yeah, thought we'd go walk around some stores. Ah, the old window shopping.
買い物ですか？
I like it. Right, window shopping as they call it. Had to do some research on this one.
つまり、ユウくんは窓が欲しかったんですね。
No. Oh my fucking God. Pretty decent. Try that one on a veteran Marine who's gotten thoroughly sick of constantly floating around in the iron tubs, and you'd probably get a drunken roar of laughter.
冗談を言ったつもりはないのですが。
I should know. Right, I keep forgetting that she's a natural at this. Oh, Jesus! I accidentally hit the right click. Anyway, I did take my best stab at thinking up an appropriate first date here. Is the shopping plan alright by you?
はい、ユウくんとのお買い物デート、とても楽しみです。
Thank God, at least after Amine's talk and, all that, he's not gonna just be like, alright, our date is sex, let's go. Good. In that case, let's make our preparations, then meet up here at 10:10.
はい、わかりました。
Dude, I'm expecting it here soon, because it always happens so fast. It always happens so fast. Well, Michiru, it happened fast, but for reasons, and Amine, because, you know, Amine, and then Machina took like 5,000 years to actually get to that point because it wasn't about that. But then again, it's never about that in this game. It's just a thing that it's put in the game that's just like, oh, they're doing it, you know. Oh God, is this date doing it for you? Not even glancing at the store windows to her left and right, Sachi shuffles silently forward, completely lost in her own little world. We came straight to the shopping area around the station as planned, but Sachi's mood appears to have taken a dramatic turn of some sort in the course of the last 15 minutes. I can't tell if it's good or bad. Oh, okay, bye. Well, guess this is the date on my own now. As a little experiment, I try stopping quietly in my tracks, completely oblivious. Sachi continues to walk briskly down the sidewalk. Hey, Sachi! What the shit are you doing?
すみません。私今ぼーっとしていました。
Don't see that every day. Something on your mind?
そのゆうくんとハルデラさんのことを考えていました。
Oh, doesn't everybody? Me and JB.
はい。
Not to repeat myself, but if there's something on your mind, you can just go ahead and say it. It's an order.
それが私も何をゆうくんに聞きたいのかがよくわかりません。
The fuck? Ah! Okay, why is my middle finger twitching to make it right click on the okay, I'm just gonna do one finger. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Just one finger. The fuck? Sachi's explanation is so amazingly unhelpful that I reflexively respond a little curtly. Sorry, could you try to go into a little more detail?
学園を出たあたりから仲良くしているゆうくんとハルデラさんの映像が私の頭の中に浮かんできたのですが。
Oh, that was in the past.
そのことを考えていると、マキちゃんにサッチンはインランメイドなのよさと言われた時のような気持ちになって。
I see. Based on what I can infer from that explanation, it's simple jealousy. Oh yeah. And although that feeling's obviously the result of JB's malicious little pranks, Sachi probably isn't capable of recognizing either the cause or nor the effect for what they are. Alright, I got some advice for you on this one, Sachi.
どんなことでしょうか。
Okay, file those feelings away and make sure you don't forget them. But for the moment, try not to let them bother you too much.
ゆうくんはとても難しいことを言うんですね。
But it's good advice. It's pretty simple, actually. Just empty your head for now.
もしそうだとしたら、どうして今は忘れた方がいいんでしょう。
Because you'll be able to enjoy the date that way. I was literally about to say that. So that way she can actually enjoy herself and not focus on the bullshit.
なるほど。単純明快な上になぜかものすごい説得力です。
Feeling any better?
はい。ゆうくんのおかげで喉に刺さっていた担当が取れた思いです。
Ooh, that's dark. That a fact? That's a weird metaphor to... You know, the girl can lay the hyperboles on a little thick sometimes, but it sounds like this really was a load on her mind. In any case, it's encouraging to see Sachi starting to puzzle over things she just doesn't understand.
では最初にゆうくんが欲しいものを見て回りましょう。
Me? I don't want anything. I already got most things. Something I want.
はい。私の方は特に購入を考えているものはありませんから。
The only thing that really comes to mind on the spur of the moment is books. But even there, I'm doing alright in that department. What with Sakaki's leftovers for the time being. Everything necessary for my job at Ichigaya is provisioned to me from the company's stock of government-supplied goods. I can't think of anything I urgently need to get my hands on at the moment. Well, if I really stretch things out a bit, there's a new scope they're making overseas that I've been really wanting to try out, I guess.
それは困りました。海外への渡航にはパスポートが必要になるので、申請に時間がかかってしまいます。
I feel like Sachi, out of all of us, would be able to do all that in like 5 minutes. In other words, if the prep time wasn't an issue, this girl wouldn't hesitate to launch an international expedition as part of a casual shopping trip. Well, no. As I try to come up with something else I'm interested in buying, I casually glance over at Sachi, walking quietly at my side in full maid uniform. No matter how accustomed she is to that thing, it's downright mind-boggling that she can wear a heavy, multi-layered outfit in this blistering heat without shedding even a drop of sweat. How is this possible?
ゆうくん、もしかして今俺が欲しいのは小峰幸の体だ。うえへへと目で合図を送りましたか？
No, you did not.
そうですか。
That is so. That said, she's not entirely off base since my idea does concern her body. Alright, how about I buy you some clothes to complement that body of yours?
私の服ですか？
That's a weird way to compliment that body. Like, it always sounds so weird. Yeah, I had this thought earlier, but wearing a long-sleeved maid uniform in the dog days of summer isn't really in the spirit of things.
それなら夏場用のトロピカルが。
Now, hold on there, Sparky. Right, sure. I'm willing to bet it's still got long sleeves.
はい、長い野戦の間、マラリア原虫を媒介しようとする蚊から身を守るために必要不可欠な機能になりますので。
She is really serious about this. Huh. They do say a good 2/3 of the troops battling over New Guinea I ended up afflicted with malaria, but at present I'm fairly sure the Anopheles minimus mosquitoes, which I like to say mosquitoes because that's just funny, capable of spreading the disease, can't be found anywhere in Japan other than a small region of Okinawa.
他にも亜熱帯地方では。
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, whatever. For now, let's just take a look in that store over there. Come on.
はい。
We gonna get new Sachi clothes? New Sachi Sprite? Huh? Huh? No.
こんなに買ってもらっていいのでしょうか？
Oh, shit. Did I buy all this shit? As we leave the store, Sachi poses an anxious question, glancing down at the shopping bags dangling from both her hands. All well and good that I decided to buy her clothes, but even in my avaricious reading habits never extended to female-oriented fashion magazines, I was pretty much clueless on this one. For a lack of a better plan, I ended up indiscriminately buying everything recommended by a saleswoman who spoke something just barely qualifying as Japanese. Alright. According to JB, women can never have too many clothes.
それはみちる様もよくおっしゃっていますが、私は全くお金を払っていないので、これをいただくのはとても悪い気がします。
Oh, you'll get me next time. We're boyfriend and girlfriend, alright? No need to worry about that. Fortunately, I've got a part-time job, so buying a few presents for my lovely girlfriend isn't anything out of the ordinary.
それはそうなのですが。
Personally speaking, I consider buying you clothes money well spent. Aww. If you're saying you don't want them, feel free to use them as rags for when you're cleaning. I won't hold it against you.
それは絶対にありません。雑巾にするくらいなら腹巻きにしてでも身につけます。
Oh my god, she literally flew into our face. Then I guess there's no problem. In that case, why don't you wear those clothes every once in a while, to the degree that it doesn't interfere with the pre-existing request about your maid uniform.
それもなかなか難しい注文です。
No, it's pretty simple. Why don't you just wear them when you feel like wearing them? Oh, it's all part of the plan.
私が着たいと思った時に着ればいい。
All part of the plan to help her. Repeating my words like a parrot, Sachi closes her eyes in thought. She's putting the order in. In relation to my final objective, giving her these presents is something of a test. See, dude, everything he does is, it's like, I've got this. But it's also genuinely true that I want to see Sachi in normal clothes for once. I do too, just because it's fucking summer. Come on, Sachi. Alright, next I guess we can just wander around for a while. I take a step forward, but Sachi doesn't budge.
ゆうくん、
Does she want to feel like wearing them now? Hmm?
ありがとう。
Oh, here you go. I don't know how to respond.
ありがとう、ゆうくん。
Oh god, I'm having weird PTSD. Help. When Sachi speaks those plain words, a memory flashes before my eyes. Thank you. Apart from my family, Sachi was the one and only person in my claustrophobic little world who said those words to me on a regular basis. For Sachi, it might as well have been nothing but a simple expression of gratitude for the praise I lavished on her. But for me, every thank you offered me heartwarming relief from the feelings of inferiority and worthlessness that otherwise defined that period of my life. Maybe it was just a childish misconception on my part, a groundless, self-centered delusion, but it felt as though she was telling me, you're all right as you are. It's all right for you to be here. Yeah. Oh my god. That got real fast. And watching Sachi answer my curt grunt of acknowledgement with a happy smile, I realized that whatever else has changed over the years, that feeling's still the same. That warmth still rises to the surface. Even in that alone, I think Sachi's a special presence in my life. Alright, Sachi, let's get going.
Hi.
Aww. I like that. Glad we managed to find something that caught your interest as well.
はい、みちる様にぴったりなサメさんのリボンも見つかって大満足です。
Shark ribbon. We wandered aimlessly through a few other stores until we stumbled across the item in question, her prize in hand. Sachi smiles triumphantly up at me as we leave the shop. So, what is that thing made of from shark skin?
いえ、素材の方ではなく、こうして輪を作った時にサメさんが大口を開けているように見えるデザインらしいのですが、
Yuji's just like, I don't get it.
ハート型に似た歯の形状からモチーフになっているサメさんがホウジロザメではなくイタチザメであることが判別できるあたり、匠のこだわりを感じさせます。
Dear Lord, you have an eye for this stuff, don't you, Sachi? I mean, we know she does. That's so. If Machiro is really looking to complement that sparkly pouch of hers with this sort of realistic nature design, she's got a fairly inconsistent fashion sense. Well, now that we've both bought something, I guess it's about time we headed back to the dorm.
そうですね。
The date is now over. Closed. But when I change the subject, Sachi's response is somewhat distracted. She's turned her head slightly to one side. I follow her gaze to a bus stop bench where a man's lying down with his head in his girlfriend's lap. Oh, Jesus. I hope, like, she analyzes this entire scene and makes Yuji act it out, so Yuji has to be like, hey, this is kind of embarrassing, you know? Wow, you always kind of embarrass us. There's a bit of distance between us, so I can't hear their conversation that well. But the atmosphere over there seems pretty nice. From all appearances, they're a couple in the height of the honeymoon phase. What are we? When I look back, Sachi's still boring eyes into the pair with her eyes. After JB's suggestive pestering this morning, she might as well have developed some curiosity about this sort of physically romantic action. Something on your mind?
いえ、少しバス停の方を眺めていただけですから。
Oh, duh, you can't even. Whoa! If you say so, god damn it. Judging from the oddly vague answer, it seems she doesn't want me to know she was looking at that couple in particular. Okay, let's head back.
はい、そうしましょ
Weird ass Sachi. Come on, I'll sit in your lap. Wait, no, Yuji just... I just imagine, like, Sachi sitting there, and she just pats her lap, and then Yuji begrudgingly sits in her lap, giving the same Yuji face. She's looking all happy, her arms wrapped around him, and he's just, like, nodding. His face just tells it all. Dude, I need art made of that. That'd be amazing. Okay, anyway. Jesus Christ. By the time we reach the campus, Sachi's got her head completely in the clouds again. This would be the second time in the last few hours. Considering she's normally alert enough to come running when someone calls her name, this is definitely definitely an unusual state of affairs.
う。膝枕、抱き枕に氷枕。
Ice pillow? Ah, so that's it. Although it's actually a little worrisome that she's this transparent. This time she's clearly gotten herself caught up in the lap pillow concept. Hey Sachi.
はい、なんでしょう。
Sit on that bench. Want me to guess what you're thinking about right now?
それは何かの勝負のお誘いでしょうか。
God, I hope not. I'm just... No, nothing like that. I'm just pretty sure I know what's going on your mind at the moment. Want to see if I'm on the money.
それが本当だとしたらすごいです。ぜひ当ててみてください。
Alright, I'll get straight to the answer. Sachi, you're currently thinking about trying out the classic lap pillow maneuver, aren't you? Can we hear that again? Let's Judging from the goofy little yelp, she genuinely wasn't expecting this answer. Can that take that as that I'm correct?
はい。何のヒントも出していない状態での大正解に心臓のバクバクが止まりません。
Jesus. No hints, huh?
以前にもユウくんはエスパーなのではないかと疑ったことがありますが、今回は特にすごいです。
Listen, Yuji's whatever he needs to be, okay? Actually, in this case, I'm pretty sure anyone with a functioning set of ears and a brain could have produced the same supernatural insight.
つまり、ユウくんの手にかかれば、私は常に丸裸ということになってしまいます。
Yes, and I could see the nakedity right now. Considering how sordid you make this sound, you seem remarkably calm.
そんなことはありません。こう見えて心はドキドキです。
Lub dubbing as it has never lub dubbed before. Oh my god. Okay then, why don't we step that lub dubbing up a notch? Uh-oh.
ドキドキドキですか？
Can't say exactly how many dubs we'll get, but since you're interested, I'm officially proposing we give this lap pillow thing a try. This is weird. This is weird and silly. Conveniently enough, there's a setting ideal for the purpose close at hand. I point to one of the benches that dot the courtyard, sitting in the shade of a tall tree.
確かにベンチはありますが。
All those bags ended up being slightly heavier than we expected, so it'd be sort of nice to rest my arms a little as well. What do you think, Sachi? Of course, my arms aren't even slightly sore, and the dorm's right in front of us, but no need to mention that.
そうですね。あまり無理をさせるのは良くないですし、休憩ということでしたら。
Alright, sounds like the matter's decided. Come, Sachi! Let me sit in your lap. God fucking damn it, I did it again! Now that art does need to be made. No, let me head lap sit. Oh my god. I pull Sachi over to the bench, then settle down in the classic lap pillow pose, as previously demonstrated by the couple in town.
本当に膝枕もするのでしょうか？
Yeah, Ignorant as I may be about these matters, I do know the basic theory behind the lap pillow. Leave the rest to me. Alright. Success. Oh. Damn it! I wanted it to be the other way around! I'm slightly depressed now. Because the whole time I thought the dude was in the girl's lap. Nope. Nope. I fucked it. Man. Now I'm sad. It's fine. Don't worry about it. This one just makes it even funnier now. She is so awkward about this. Sachi's face stares up from my lap, frozen with all the meek anxiety of a terrified kitten. Well, what are your impressions now that you're experiencing the real deal?
ゆうくんの膝は硬すぎず、それでいて柔らかすぎず、まさに絶妙の枕加減なのですが。
I would imagine my legs would be hard as fuck, because I'm super toned.
ごく一般的な膝枕というのは、女性の方が男性の頭を膝の上に乗せるものなのではないでしょうか。
Yeah, that's what I wanted, Yuji. What the fuck? Now that you mention it, the man was the one lying down at the bus stop, wasn't he? I was right! Oh my god. I knew I didn't read it wrong.
なので、この膝枕はどちらかというと、少し特殊な部類に入ると思われます。
I mean, it could go both ways. It's just I wanted the other way. You fucked up, Yuji. I didn't even consider which of us should be the pillow and which the pillowed. Well, if you want to take the opposite role, we can switch.
そうですね。せっかくのお言葉なのですが、それはやめておきます。
Alright, she enjoys it. You sure about that?
よく考えたら、ゆうくんが枕役をやるというのも、これっきりかもしれないですから。
I see. Yeah, I guess you could look at it like that.
はい。
Sachi. The moment Sachi offers that brief response, a gentle gust of wind rolls through the shaded courtyard. A lingering breeze, not so strong to be irritating, but enough to bring a pleasant cool.
風が気持ちいいですね。
Oh, she's actually smiling! That it does.
セミさんも泣き始めました。
That they happen. Yeah.
ゆうくんの顔がすぐそばにあります。
Now kiss. If it was behind your eyes, we'd have a problem.
そうですね。
You jeez. She puts her feelings into words as they come to her. I offer brief, meaningless responses. At some point in this trivial little exchange, a smile spreads across Sachi's face, and I begin to feel the sort of simple tranquility that comes with cradling a purring cat in your lap. Hey Sachi, you enjoy the date today?
はい、とても楽しかったです。
No hesitation.
もちろん即答です。だって実際に楽しかったですから。
You really think the date was gonna be that terrible, Yuji? Even though we just wandered around by the station?
はい。ゆうくんと一緒にたくさんお店を回れた上に、可愛い服まで買っていただきました。
Well, I'm glad you had fun, but you really are easy to please, aren't you?
実際のところはそうでもないかもしれませんよ。
Oh? Elaborate.
だって今はこうして彼氏さんに枕役をやらせているんですから。
So you are. True enough, if someone saw this little scene out of context, they'd probably get the impression that Sachi's wearing the pants in this relationship. Well, since you've had that rare opportunity handed to you, how about you relax and savor it for a while?
はい、ありがとうございます。
Shh. As she speaks, Sachi lets the tension drain out of her body, and I feel a little more weight settle in my lap. It feels like the physical manifestation of her absolute trusts. I've shouldered many burdens on the job, but none were quite this relaxing to bear. If you feel like it, you can go ahead and take a nap.
それはとても魅力的な提案なのですが、ドキドキして眠れそうにありません。
Every time, love dubbing. In that case, just close your eyes and take it easy. Apparently, that alone is about as 80% effective as actual sleep.
そんなことまで知ってるなんて、ゆうくんは本当にすごいです。
I can kind of attest to that. If you just like close your eyes, you're not actually sleeping, you're just like relaxing super hard, and you're just got your eyes closed. You're not sleeping, and then you're just like, oh yeah, like then you feel better. Look, I'm sure I've told you this before. The people who really deserve praise are the scientists who ran the studies, not the guy who read about them in a book.
それでもその内容を覚えていたのはゆうくんです。
You really aren't gonna budge on this, are you?
はい、どうしてもそうなります。
Sachi's putting the foot down. And she seems very pleased about it for some reason. This habit of overestimating me to the point of veneration is one part of Sachi that doesn't seem to be changing. Oh, so I look up the sky, walking down the streets, chatting with your romantic interest, going shopping together, brushing against their warmth, and ultimately offering them your lap as a pillow, putting aside for the moment whether it's supposed to be the other way around. I remember seeing this sort of innocent flirting between couples in manga and television shows as a kid, but I hadn't quite imagined the day might come when I'd actually be the one experiencing something of the sort. And in fact, I almost certainly never would have if it wasn't for Sachi, even though we had like four other ladies. I was able to experience this tranquil feeling because of her, because I met her as a kid, because we were reunited here, because she agreed to date me. This unlikely moment came to pass. Oh, thanks, Sachi. And she's out. When the words spill naturally out of my mouth, I'm answered by nothing but the sound of a carefree young woman sawing logs. Thought you weren't sleepy, punk. That didn't take you long considering. But then again, seeing Sachi like this, the way her lively excitement gave way to this abrupt nap, it's a keen, almost painful reminder of the tomboyish, unpredictable girl she used to be.
そこにいるのは風見くんよね。
Well, time to get real awkward. Of course, I love how every time it's like Yumiko who just shows up when something embarrassing or awkward is happening. Because then she gets embarrassed and awkward, and then it's a great time. When I raise my head in response to this tentative inquiry, I see Sakaki standing in the shade nearby, a paperback book in hand. Hey there, Sakaki. Back from sharing your complaints regarding our profane world to the local crow.
人を魔女のように言わないでもらえるかしら。
You're a lovely witch, though. Sorry, just a little joke.
機嫌がいいのは結構だけれど、そこで寝ているのは小峰さんよね。
Yeah, momentum from the shopping date ended up carrying us in a slightly weird direction. Decided to try out the lap pillow thing.
それは見ればわかるけど、これはとても珍しい光景ね。
As soon as the words are out of Sakaki's mouth, she's leaning quietly forward, peering down at us with an expression of evident curiosity. Guess the man being the pillow is pretty unusual after all, huh? God damn it.
いや、そういう意味ではなくて、私は小峰さんが眠っているってことに驚いているのよ。
You know, she needs a little rest every now and then. What's that supposed to mean?
私はこれまでに小峰さんが居眠りをしているところを見たことがなかったから。
She's so relaxed with us. Another unbroken streak of hers, is it?
ええ。と言っても、もちろん夜になれば自室のベッドで休んでいるのは知っているけれど、こうしてうたた寝をしている小峰さんを見るのは初めてね。
That a fact.
ええ。だから意外だったのよ。
Makes sense. Yet another sign of how strictly Sachi governs her own behavior. Not anymore. She's got us. You like sleeping, Sachi? It's fine. You stay this way.
それにしても、 気持ちよさそうな寝顔をしているわね。
Well, we did spend a good while wandering around the stores this afternoon. She's probably a little tired.
それくらいでは小峰さんは居眠りしないと思うわよ。
She just relaxed as fuck. Then what did?
よほどあなたの膝の上が気持ちよかったんでしょうね。
Sakaki smiles gently at her own joke. Fairly uncommon, both the smile and the fact that she made a joke in the first place. Oh, you interested? How about giving it a try yourself? Oh, god damn it, why'd you say that? When I offer us little light teasing as payback, Sakaki's face instantly goes red. Of course, you'll have to get Sachi's permission first, but...
それは
Oh, is that a request?
絶対にダメです。
Oh. Oh my god. At the sudden angry shout from my lap, Sakaki scrambles a few feet backward, completely flustered.
もしかして起きていたの？
No, she was subconsciously. I wonder. She's...
マグロマンはビームを使わずにその身を削るところがかっこいいんですから。
God damn it. No, she's clearly not.
なら今のは寝言？
It was the subconscious. You know? That does happen. Yeah, seems that way.
そう。
お
やっぱり小峰さんには底知れない恐ろしさがあるわね。
You're reading way too much into this.
まあ、周防さんや松島さんも出かけているみたいだし、邪魔者はこれで消えるわね。
Oh, thank you. With those parting words, delivered in an uncharacteristically tranquil tone, Sakaki turns away and quietly makes her way back to the dorm. Oh, thank God those guys aren't here. I'm permitted to while away my time as a human pillow for the moment, but 2 days from now, another Ichigaya job is waiting for me. That was the way of life I chose, and I don't plan on trying to back out this late in the game. I still don't like them, man. That company is just... I don't know, there's just something about them is just really weird and... I don't know. Maybe I'm just paranoid because I'm always fucking paranoid in these games, but I'm just like, I don't know, man. But surely no one could hold it against me if I enjoy this feeling a little longer. At least until she wakes up. Aww. I like that. That was a nice moment. Oh, Jesus. Wait, I wish it said PM or AM. God damn it. Because it always, like, depending on the lighting and stuff, you can always tell. But when it's inside, it's just like, alright. I'm going to assume it's the morning because it usually starts in the morning. So, that's the thing. What'd you guys think? You like that little scene? Sachi's, like, kind of... It's all coming to plan. Everything's coming together, and everything's coming up Millhouse. You know, I think it's all coming up. It's going to be great.